Hello everybody, welcome to the first lesson of the CSS series I'm developing. My name is Leonardo and I'm gonna start with CSS syntax and its structure. So basically each CSS rule is composed by a selector, and inside each selector we can have one or more properties and its respective values. So the syntax is selector, then we delimit what's inside the selector using brackets, an opening and a closing bracket. Then we add a property, column, and its value, and we always have to finish with a semicolon. So let's get to the examples to understand this better. I'm going to start with a p tag referring to paragraph, and I'm going to set font size to 20 pixels. So what's happening here? I'm saying that every paragraph in my document it's gonna have its font size set to 20 pixels. Let's see how it's working now. I have a small example with a heading and two paragraphs. If I refresh the page, we can see that the paragraphs increased their size. So let's be more specific. Let's set the color to red. Now the paragraphs have their color set to red. We can do more, we can do much more. We have lots of properties, we can have multiple selectors, we can have a whole set of different stuff to customize using CSS. So let's slowly get to another example. H2 is that heading you saw in the example. Let's say that the heading should have a text decoration underline. So my heading has now an underline. It's gonna be set to all H2 in my document. In this case I just have one, so it's just gonna show off this way. And besides that, we can have multiple selectors in the same rule. So if I want to set something to P and at the same time I want this to be set to H2, I can use this: a selector, a comma, and another selector. And if I want a comma and another selector and so on. Let's say I want this these two elements to get text indent. So indentation, that margin in the beginning, set to 15 pixels. So yeah, that margin came there for either the H2 and both paragraphs. And to finalize this lesson, I'm gonna present you another selector. This is called global selector. The asterisk refer to all elements, everything in your document: body, p tags, h2 tags, forms, everything you can imagine is gonna be matched with this selector. So let's give you an example. Border 1 pixel, solid black. What does this mean? Everything is gonna have a border 1 pixel wide, solid, like a clean border, and its color is gonna be black. So let's see what happens to our document. Everything is with a border, HTML, the body, the heading. This selector is really slow because it affects everything in the document. So we actually don't recommend the usage of this unless it's really important, it's something you really have to apply. We're gonna see in the next lessons IDs and classes that you're gonna use a lot in CSS. It's one of the most common selectors. I hope you understood the basics of the syntax of CSS, and I hope I could show you something interesting in this lesson. Thank you very much for watching. I hope I can see you in another time, in another opportunity. I'll keep up with these lessons. I hope you like it. Thank you very much. Bye.